Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. This video is going to be the beginning of a series called On Guard. Now if you didn't know already, On Guard is a book written by Dr. William Lane Craig. Virtually every apologist knows who Dr. Craig is, but if you don't, he's regarded as one of the best apologists and debaters of our time. He's debated the likes of Christopher Hitchens and Alex Rosenberg. He's written over a dozen books and is the creator of the Kalam cosmological argument. But most importantly, he's a follower of Christ who has helped many believers, such as myself, strengthen their faith with intellectual arguments, some of which I'll be discussing in this series. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. What is apologetics? Before we take a look into the arguments for the existence of God and Jesus' resurrection, let's take a look at what apologetics is and its usefulness. In chapter 1 of Dr. Craig's book, we take a look into what apologetics actually is. Apologetics comes from the Greek word apologia, which means defense. I like to think of it as a shield that helps us to defend our faith in this ever-growing scientific age. Now, although we are called to defend our faith in 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 15, we mustn't be argumentative or defensive. Instead, we are meant to use our apologetic skills as a crutch, something that helps us share the gospel. Just as we evangelize with grace and love, we should use our apologetic skills with grace and love. Now, is apologetics even biblical? The simple answer to this is yes, apologetics is biblical. 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 15 tells us to always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you the reason for the hope that you have, but do this with gentleness and respect. Throughout the Bible, we see Jesus appealing to fulfilled prophecy and miracles to prove that his claims were true. In Acts 2, we see Peter use Jesus' miracles, his fulfilled prophecy, and his resurrection as evidence. In Romans chapter 1 verse 20, Paul states that we have evidence for God through nature. Lastly, in 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verses 3 through 8, we see Paul appealing to eyewitness accounts. As you can see, apologetics is very biblical and it has usefulness in guiding people to Christ. Why is apologetics useful? Well, Dr. Craig gives us 3 reasons. Reason number 1 is shaping culture. The gospel is always heard against the backdrop of culture. For example, most countries in the West are becoming more secular, leaving no room for anything supernatural. If we were to just tell people about Jesus with no evidence of God, I might as well be telling them that the tooth fairy was real. If we use apologetics, then Christianity won't be seen as mere superstition, but a faith rooted in factual evidence. The second reason apologetics is useful is because it strengthens believers. We will not only know what we believe, but also why we believe it, making us more confident in sharing our faith. Apologetics may impact the longevity of our faith as well. It can help, in times of doubt, to have scientific and historical facts to back up your experiential evidence. Lastly, and maybe most importantly, apologetics can help with bringing unbelievers to Christ. Thank you all for sticking around till the end. If you liked the video, consider liking and maybe even subscribing if you really want to. But most importantly, let's spread Jesus' love for all. Until next time, bye.